it's Natalie Elphinstone here. I just wanted to run you through a couple of the things that I'm doing lately as I'm working with the new April Studio Calico kits called Bluegrass Farm. I'm not going to show you the whole, I'm about to make a card and I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I'm doing lately. And the first one is using my Silhouette sketch pens. Now, I know a lot of you have got a Silhouette, but I'm wondering how many of you have got the sketch pens, and I think that they're actually really quite fun. And what I'm going to do is use one of the cut files that you can buy on the Studio Calico website that's matching the April kits. It's this one, which I've cut out here. It's the one that's designed by Paige Evans. It's a lovely little background design, and as you can see, it looks great if you cut it out, and I'm cut it out planning to use this on a kit. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this same cutting file, but instead of cutting it, I'm going to use my sketch pens, and I'm going to draw the design onto this, which is some watercolor paper, and I'm using this paper that comes in the Bessie add-on. You can see I've already used quite a bit of it. I really love it, and I'm going to be using this as my inspiration for the colors. So I think I'm going to be using this pink one to draw my design onto my watercolor paper, and I'm just about to go ahead and do that. Okay, so you can see this is what it looks like straight off my Silhouette cutting mat. Pretty, hey? And now you're about to find out why we used water paper. And again, using my paper as my inspiration, I've picked some of the new Colour Theory inks which I think will match perfectly, and that's Coral Bay, Sunny Day, Blush Crush and Orange County. And starting with the lightest colour first, so starting with Sunny Day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to effectively turn these inks into water paints. And all I do to do that is grab one of my acrylic blocks and stamp it onto it, just so you've got a bit of colour on there. And because these inks are water soluble, I'm basically just going to add some water to it, and we're effectively making a water paint. And all I'm going to do is firstly just spray my water paper so it's nice and wet. So it turns out the sketch pens are also water soluble, but I kind of like that. And we're just going to dab to get that lovely watercolor look. I'm really happy that the sketch pens are kind of dissolving as well. So there's no perfect technique with this. Just do whatever, no order, not supposed to be exact. You can see that it's all just spreading out, which is the idea. And we'll go in with our next colour, which I think will be Coral Bay. Just the same deal, just get a bit of colour on there, swirl around some water and dab on where you want it to go. Lastly, just a little bit of Orange County. This one's a little bit darker, so I'm just probably going to use just little bits of it. And I've watered it down quite well. Great. Well, I'm happy with that. You can add some, I like to add some little, splatters after. And then I'm just going to wait for that to dry, and then I'm going to use that as effectively my own pattern paper and build a card up from that. So I've just dried off my paper, and you can see it's lovely sort of subtle watercolour look now. And if you're worried about your acrylic blocks, don't be, because the water soluble inks will just wipe right off them. And then I just wanted to quickly show you one last thing. The beauty of using the inks as your water paint is that then if you wanted to go back in and stamp a little design over the top, which is what I'm about to do, you know that it's automatically going to match up. I'm just going to do something very small and subtle, and I'm just choosing this tiny little heart from the stamp that comes in the Clover add-on. And again, I think I'm going to start with, we'll start with Sunny Day, and I'm literally just going to be stamping a little heart in the center of all of these flowers. Well, that's what I'm calling them. So there's my Sunny Day. And I'll just do some in my Blush Crush as well. Great. I think that's all I'm about to do. Then I'm just going to put my card together and I'll show you the finished product. And there it is, my finished card. I kept it relatively simple in the end. I've literally just layered up a couple of the label printables, as well as some of the other digital printables, which I find are just fabulous. And I've really, I printed all of the digital things off this month, and I've nearly gone through them all already. And I particularly find that they're really quite fun for layering things up. Then all I've done is include just a little number 4 from the Dear Lizzie thickers, which are in the Bessie add-on, I think, as well as that cork die cut leaf, which I think is quite fabulous, and the little peg. And just one last detail, if you can just see that in the background there where I stamped those tiny little hearts, I've just added some glossy accents just to make them really sort of shine and add another little dimension of texture to it. Alright, well, I hope that that was a little bit interesting for you, and that you'll think of your new colour theory inks in a whole new way. Thanks for watching!